course, they all put their damn number on their Facebook, which they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
The verbal bullying, I haven't seen a whole lot of it because usually the only verbal bullying goes on right before someone gets into a physical fight. And there's a lot of being it's Kentucky gay bashing here. And I have a best friend who's gay. Well, two of them, but one's a girl. And he's made fun of constantly, but he doesn't care. But it's just, they say, oh, that's gay, oh, you're gay, blah, 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 as an offense, etc., etc. That's a big thing here. But that's pretty much it.
They don't mess with the girl, but they mess with the guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, sometimes the girls will, like, make weird faces at Jessica, but, I mean, nope, she's good to get along with. I mean, no one cares really. If you like first looked at her, you wouldn't say, "Oh, she's a lesbian."
Right.
So does she like somebody at your school?
Huh?
My whole thing is why is everybody even sexually involved at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows who's a lesbian, who's not a lesbian? Especially when you're still in high school.
Well, you've got one friend that's changed her mind twice.
Dead.
You still.
I don't have an answer.
You see what I'm saying?
My question was, does she date somebody like in school?
Oh no, her girlfriend's 19. And
19? How old is she?
She's 15. She turns 16 pretty soon. Wait, like,
she dating a 19-year-old? Wow.
Her mom, she lives, like, right next door to her. She's known her whole life, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So they kind of slide out the windows and speak to each other, huh?
I mean...
Wow.
Is that, like, illegal or something like that?
When she turns 16, right now, I guess it is... But when she turns 16, she has parental consent. If her mom is okay with it right now, and she'll still be okay with it when she's 16. But, I mean, yeah.
Would you ever think that you're old enough at 16 to really do what you want to do? You two?
No.
I mean, I'm not being funny. I'm just...
Hey, did all you high schoolers, did you Facebook you were being interviewed on the radio tonight at freedomslips.com?
No.
How old are you?
15.
15, you're 16. Would you ever think, what do you think is an appropriate age to really think you could do what you want to, just, your mom's looking, I know. I mean, you can decline if you want to. You can tell Whisper in my ear, I won't tell her. But what age do you think is appropriate to kind of feel like, okay, now I'm assertive and I'm going to do what I want to do? Because I know other people back in the day, they thought at 16 they
were I didn't get in until I was 18. I was out of high school and everything.
I don't know. I think it kind of depends on the person, how mature they are. But
yeah,
I agree with her.
Exactly. So you think 14 is cool if you're mature?
No, I mean, like, I think you maybe should be past, like, 16 just because.
Past 16? Yeah.
I think you're, like, it does depend on your maturity, and you should have certain freedoms at certain ages depending on your maturity. Like, if you're 15 and you can't handle going to a party, then you don't need to go. But if you're mature enough not to do something stupid, then, I mean, I guess it's okay. It just, I mean, I don't ask to do all kinds of crazy stuff. I tell my parents what I'm doing. Like, I went to a party Saturday night, and I didn't drink one bit because I didn't want to look stupid like everyone else did. I just had fun.
Right. But do you think that peer pressure will push you into maybe doing things, you know, the older you get, like when you turn 16 or 17, peer pressure will push you into doing things that you really don't want to do?
I'm not affected by peer pressure. I can say no repeatedly. Like, my friend today said she wanted me to give her a ride home with my boyfriend, and I was just like, no, and she was like, please, and I said, no. I mean, I'm immune to the hype.
Are you? Okay, so you're basically to the point that you feel like you're a mature teenager who's able to handle responsibility and decisions without being pressured by your friends to do stuff like, let's say, drugs or stuff like that.
Well, I'm not saying I'm an adult, but yeah, I can handle that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know that. I'm saying as a teenager, because there are some teenagers out there because they want to be in with the in crowd, and if the in crowd go and smokes marijuana, they're gonna go smoke marijuana. If the in crowd takes a hit and say, hey, you need to take a hit to be down with us, they're gonna take a hit of the drinks, and that's how it actually starts. That's like a kid that's 15-year-old, and I just went through this with a couple of my nephews. I have twin nephews, and somebody came up and said, hey, we're going to drive out here and we're going to break into somebody's house. And because they weren't strong enough to resist, they went out there and broke into somebody's house and ended up in trouble. So I'm just saying, everybody's not, stable enough, but you're thinking that at this point in your life, you're mature enough to handle peer pressure to where they wouldn't be able to force you into doing something stupid that you really don't want to do.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because, some people do. Because my friend smokes weed, I want to smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? I want to try it.
If everybody's smoking weed, you don't want to be the odd one out. You know what I'm saying? And not smoke.
Would you?
I wouldn't smoke. Not everyone else is doing it now.
That's good, I'm the odd one out all the time.
I drink, he don't drink.
Right.
I used to smoke, he never smoked.
I never smoke, never drink,
I agree to disagree with him all the time.
Exactly.
We don't see eye to eye on everything, so, I guess I'm a real strong-willed person, so.
It's all good, but let me get back on this bullying thing. The effects of bullying. People who are bullying have a higher risk of depression and anxiety, including the following symptoms that may persist into adulthood. They have increased feelings of sadness and loneliness, changes in sleep and eating patterns, loss of interest in activities. They have increased thoughts about suicide that may persist into adulthood. They're more likely to skip school, drop out, and stuff like that because they've been bullied. They may not want to go to certain classes and et cetera, or be around certain people. Things like that. And then people who bully others, they have a higher risk of abusing alcohol and drugs in adolescents and as adults. They're more likely to get into fights, vandalize property, and drop out of school. And they're more likely to engage in early sexual activity. This is what they're saying about bullies. Boys who bullied others in middle school have a criminal conviction by the age of 24. Are more likely to be abusive toward their romantic partner, spouses, or children as adults. And people who witness bullying have increased use of tobacco, alcohol, and drugs. They have increased mental health problems, including depression and anxiety, and they're more likely to miss or skip school just from witnessing bullying. So, you can have some real mental problems as a result of being bullied, as a result of bullying, or witnessing bullying and not doing anything about it or whatever. It's a serious problem. And I was wondering how do they handle bullying in your school? Or do you know what to do when you're being bullied? Katie, do you know what to do in a case of bullying or something like that?
It's kind of like at our school, it doesn't really
happen at all. So
it doesn't.
Not really. I mean, like most of it'll be like over the internet.
But then when they see them in person, it's like, I don't even know who you are. So it really doesn't get
At our school, we have a lot of security, too. So when and if fights do break out, it's, like, really quick. And then
there's, like, 10 to 12.
So I've never really witnessed bullying.
It's like really
that.
quick.
It was really quick.
One punch and the other hits on the floor.
Right. Yeah.
Two hits. One punch and one hit on the floor.
There goes a lead, you know.
But that's pretty bad, too. You know?
So, I mean, like, there will be,
But is there a process that you know of that, like, call 911 or talk to this teacher here? Or?
We're never at a place where there's not an adult around where we, like, because there's always security guards in every hallway.
Every corner.
There's teachers everywhere. In the lunchroom, there's security guards there.
The assistant principal sits in there.
The principal is in there.
So basically, you're like in a camp.
Daycare.
Yes, daycare. It
It sounds like a camp. Like there's guards everywhere and teachers everywhere. And you're never anywhere without an adult.
Really not though. So I mean,
except for in the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, in the stall. That's the only thing.
If it weren't illegal here, they would probably put teachers into the bathrooms. I swear.
Yeah. So you kind of go through the same thing that they go through here as well, with teachers everywhere watching and so and so and so and so.
Arielle, you going through the same thing?
Kinda.
You got. Do you have guards and stuff? Well, you said you only have one policeman.
There's only one policeman, and there is teachers everywhere almost. But like, there's some places you can find that there's not teachers, but not a lot because they all stand outside their doors.
Yeah.
And they're in the staircases. They have a teacher station there. If there is a fight, then that gets broke up maybe a little less quick than what they said because they have so many guards, but it still gets broke up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right. So, Arielle, is your father a strict disciplinary as far as the homework and how much time you spend on it, or do he just let you kind of make your own decisions in that?
He doesn't have to be because I can take care of myself.
Whoa! Okay, all right then. Hey, I'm with you.
About 3 times a year.
So what do you girls think?
It depends.
Does Sweet and Ruth over here have
they do push us to do our homework and stuff. Like sometimes we'll
over
come
our
home and they're
making sure everything is done.
Right. And like we will come home with like a ton of homework and just look at it, and then they'll be like, "Come on, do your homework." And like we're not allowed to get on Facebook unless or like anything until our stuff is done. So they have rules in place, but I mean most of the time we get our homework done.
We have a lot of homework too, so it takes a while. So.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, that's good. Because I know I hated homework. I hated school. Let me tell you. I thought school was the worst thing they could do. And I used to say, why is my family punishing me like this?
I like it sometimes. It just depends.
Hey, but how many classes do you have?
7.
7 classes. Ooh.
We have 5. The classes last like 90 minutes.
We have 6 a day. We have a rotating schedule. So we have 6 a day, but 7 altogether.
6 a day?
Yeah.
7 classes. You got like a gym in there or something?
What?
Gym, like gym?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd have a gym, study hall, library.
Yeah. Actually, this year they've been putting lunch on people's schedules. I have like a class.
Like
so okay, that works.
Something like
So they go in there and they test you on how you eat.
It's my favorite class.
Do too well.
How classes do you have though?
Well, out of the classes, like I'm taking algebra 2. My teacher from journalism last year wants me to be in newspaper, so I would have to get my schedule changed, but I'll probably do that. Core classes such as like civics and econ, English, physics,
civics and econ, English, algebra 2.
Algebra 2. Wow,
I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems like you would be in a different type of math, because they're kind of teaching algebra to the 6th graders.
No, I don't know any 6th graders to get in algebra.
Yeah, in different states like Vegas, they are getting that.
In Las Vegas?
Like pre-algebra, how old were we when we were in like pre-algebra? It was like 6th grade, 7th grade?